Hello everyone, Dusty Reins here, and Cody Garnet is with me as well. We have both been working our tails off at the Ben Johnson Days in Pawhuska, Oklahoma this weekend.
Right over here in Pawhuska.
I also found out while we were both working that situation that he is the owner of the Ben Johnson Museum. Now let me back up a little bit. Pawhuska has an annual celebration. It's a huge deal, and it is called the Ben Johnson Days celebration. So lots of rodeo going on, lots of events I have never seen before. As a matter of fact, I was able to catch some camel races yesterday, but wasn't quick enough to catch the ostrich races. And Cody, I would like to commend you, because through all my observations, I think you were the hardest working person out there at both rodeo arenas, the indoor one and the outdoor. And I commend you for your service to your community, because man, you were getting after it.
Usually the dumbest one's the hardest working one out there, so.
Well, no, that isn't always true. But anyway, I did find out that you own the Ben Johnson Museum here, which is dedicated not only in his memory, but also highlights many cowboys that are from this area. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Folks, we're going to do a quick tour through here. You'll get to see some highlights, but there is so much in this museum that you will want to check out if you are interested in professional rodeo, cowboy rodeo, or many aspects of our Western heritage. You need to plan to come here and spend some time, because it is fantastic. All right, well, I'm going to turn around here, and Cody, introduce us to your friend here.
Hey, this is our good, gentle riding buffalo. His name's Bone Skillet. He's in our gift shop, and you can take free pictures on him right when you come in the Ben Johnson Cowboy Museum here. He won't buck you off.
All right.
He won't hook you either. You can pet this buffalo. Good Bone
Mighty
Skillet.
fine. Many folks have never had the opportunity to actually touch a living bison, so that'll be a pretty cool experience.
That's right.
Have
He's
you
a good
ever
one, too.
tried on some bison fiber socks or gloves?
No, but we sell buffalo coats here. So.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's one of the few places you can find buffalo coats in the United States, just readily available on the shelf.
All right.
Yes, sir. Come on back. I want to show you the museum.
Yes, sir.
It is awesome. So the Ben Johnson Cowboy Museum, we have one of the highest concentrations of world champion cowboys from one spot in the world. Everybody and everything in here has a tie right back to Osage County, Oklahoma, right here. So as you notice, this first section we walk through, there's a lot of art in it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got a fellow by the name of John Free. He won the National Award of Western Art twice from right here in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. And he's just a fabulous artist. He's not with us anymore, but we have his collection here on display.
Okay, we talking about the metal sculptures,
The metal
or
sculptures
the paintings?
and the paintings.
And the paintings.
Yes,
wow,
sir.
very
Check this
talented.
painting out. He started it in the 1960s, and look at the date when he finished it right here. 2005.
Wow.
Who knows how many layers of paint are on that?
I know, that's the way I would be. I'm never satisfied with
World
any
famous
art
artist right there. Hey, right back there we got the original Territory prison doors. You can take a picture behind them. They're cool. A lot of outlaws ran the Osage Hills here, and they hid out here, and you can learn all about them right there.
Okay.
We're getting back here to my favorite part, the
All right.
Hall of Champions.
Yes, sir.
The Hall of Champions, and of course our greatest champion that we have from here, Ben Johnson Jr., the 1953 World Champion Team Roper, and the 1972 Academy Award winning actor. The only man in history to do so. Starred in over 300 movies and television shows. Right here, that's his World Champion saddle they gave to him in Phoenix, Arizona.
Excellent.
When they crowned all the World Championships back in
Yeah.
'53, and that's the saddle that he got. Look at that picture right there. He's standing beside Casey Tibbs and all the greats that year. I mean,
get a little bit closer.
come on, there's not a more historic year in rodeo than that. You can learn all about Ben Johnson right there.
Wonderful. I do have an aside here, and that I met Ben Johnson, the movie actor, during the filming of the Last Picture Show in Archer City, Texas.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
And
the
I
one
got
he
to
won
meet some
the
of
Academy
other
Award
actors
for.
on there. They were all great. I look back on it now, and that was an award-winning cast for sure. And I'm not so uncertain that he did not get an Academy Award for The Last Picture Show.
He did.
All
Best
right.
Supporting Actor.
All right.
1972, right there.
All right.
You can also put your hand right in Ben's handprint right there.
Oh, excellent.
Test your hand against his hand.
Oh, and this is less than a year before he passed away.
Yes, sir. But look right here. Here's something not everybody knows. So a big part of this weekend is actually named after Ben Johnson's dad, Ben Johnson Sr. He was the 1922 world champion steer roper.
Wow.
So it was a big dream of Ben's to follow in his dad's footsteps and become a world champion cowboy. Look at this right here. Here's the letter he wrote home from Madison Square Garden right there. Everybody can read it. It's
Wow.
really neat.
Excellent.
Right here, One Armed Bandit, 15-time Actor of the Year. You can learn all about him. It's an incredible show. I encourage you to look him up on YouTube. He's awesome.
All right.
Look at our saddle stand. There's so many world champion saddles on there.
Amazing.
Historic saddles, every kind of saddle. You see that little bronze right there?
Yes,
That's the 1951 Calgary Stampede calf rope in bronze, won by Jim Snively.
Wow. Now, Ben Sr., he was doing rodeo at a time when professional rodeo was not really a thing. Is that right?
Not really a thing at the time. Not really a thing at the time. They had great big rodeos, so the year he won the world championship, Cheyenne, they decided, would be the decider for the world championship in 22, and he won Cheyenne. He also won Cheyenne Frontier Days 2 other times.
Wow, you are a wealth of knowledge.
Everybody on the wall all the way around here is a world champion cowboy from here. We got Jim Snively, C.R. Boucher. Look at that back number. One of the years the NFR was in Los Angeles, California.
Wow, 1964.
I just want to show you these real quick. Cowboy Hall of Fame, Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame, Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Wow. And this is for C.R.
C.R.
Boucher.
Boucher right there. Jim Davis, world champion steer roper. Henry Grammer, he's going to be in this big movie coming up, 1916, world champion steer roper. Real interesting story.
Wonderful.
We got world champion barrel racers. Team ropers, this guy right here. Here's Ben Johnson's nephew, Johnny Joe. Johnny Joe Miller, 2-time world champion. So there's 3 world champions in the Johnson family right there.
Amazing.
Barton Carter, Chris Potter, look at here, Ranch Rodeo world champion, 3-time, Chris Potter right there.
Wow.
Did you know the very first rodeo clown for the very first national finals rodeos from here? Here's the suit he wore in Dallas, Texas in 1959.
Amazing.
This is it.
Wow.
Buck LeGrand. He got inducted in the Cowboy Hall of Fame last year.
Wow.
Come on, there's way more.
All right.
We held the national final steer rope in here 4 times out at the arena. There's all the info on it right back there.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of the Crockett Bit and Spur Company? One of the most famous bit and spur companies that to ever exist?
Sad to say, no.
Holy moly. Well, you can learn all about it right there. Their very first shop was right here in Pawhuska, right across the street from here. They were only here for less than a year though. You can learn about the ranch Ben grew up on right there. We got a few more makers. We got some really great makers. You can jump on a steer and try to rope a steer by yourself.
All right. Wow, so you've got both a mechanical horse and a mechanical steer.
We got world champions in every single discipline of equine sports. Right here, G.R. Carter, 10-time AQHA world champion jockey.
All right.
Kentucky Derby winning horses. AQHA Hall of Fame trainers. One of the only 10-goal polo players in history came from right here in Osage County. Behind you, we got national cutting horse world champions.
Amazing.
This guy right here, traditional cowboy craftsman of America, artist Jay Adcock. His stuff is on display. We got some of the most famous ranches in America from here. The Drummond Ranch. You ever heard of Reed Drummond, the pioneer woman?
Yes,
well, this is the ranch she lives on. It's been going on since 1906. One of the oldest ranches in the area, one of the oldest ranches in the nation, one of the biggest ranches in the nation right there. Right there, the Reed Drummonds. Right here, we got another famous craftsman from the area, Blucher Boots. It started in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It ended up in Fairfax, Oklahoma, and now it's in another town in Oklahoma. But it's one of the only boot company that's actually a member of the Cowboy Hall of Fame in Oklahoma City.
Amazing.
And then we got our media room back here. We got all our Ben Johnson memorabilia that comes in. We hang it up in here. We're getting it in the door every single day. Stuff from old scripts of his, tributes to him, posters where he was at shooting matches or golf tournaments, and just anything Ben Johnson we can find. And we always got a Ben Johnson documentary rolling in here.
Okay.
And if you're lucky enough, we might be talking to some sort of actor or a great old rodeo star in the podcast here if you come in the museum any random day. You just never know who's going to be here.
Oh,
we
wonderful.
had Barry Corbin and Buck Taylor here in the last few days.
Wow,
So-
that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And I never did get to run into Barry.
Oh,
And,
no, you really
that's
missed it.
one I miss, and I love that dude and all the work that he's done. And I can tell that he's a great man.
He is.
You know,
He's just a
wonderful
real
personality.
treasure of a man. He's just
Right.
a real treasure of a
Right.
man.
Well, let's get away from some of this
You got it.
audio pollution
anyway.
over here, and because I want you to tell everyone where they can stay in touch. You mentioned a podcast.
Yeah, we put on a podcast every week. It comes out every Thursday. Cowboys of the Osage. Me and Jim Snively's grandson, Jimbo, a rodeo historian. We put it on and we talk to a great rodeo hand. We talk to just a little bit of everybody on it. It's a great podcast. And you can come see the museum right here in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. 201 East 6th. We're very easy to find. Pawhuska is a small town, but the museum's big and climate controlled and air conditioned, and you're going to love it.
All right. Now, is there a Facebook page?
Yeah. Ben Johnson Cowboy Museum on Facebook.
Okay. And how do people find your podcast?
Cowboys of the Osage on YouTube. We also put them out on Facebook every week right on our museum page.
Okay. That sounds great. Anything else that we haven't covered that you'd like to point out? Now, folks, you can spend a lot more time looking at things here. You've seen sort of a variety of things.
I do got
some
one
of it
more
will
lady I
appeal.
want to show you. This lady, we're right now fixing to start making a real effort to get her put in the Cowgirl Hall of Fame. And I want to show you her real quick.
All right.
She's just simply amazing. Lynn Starr, Maguire Holloway's. Lynn Starr, Osage woman from here. She was a bull rider. To this day, she's the only woman to ever make the Indian National Finals in the team roping.
Wow.
And she was in the infancy of all this breakaway roping. So she's a several-time national finalist, breakaway roper, world champion back in the day when it first started.
Oh, excellent.
But this is the best thing. To this day, she's still the reigning world champion woman steer roper, because the last time they had the female steer roping world championships, way back when, she won it.
Wow. That's amazing.
No one has came after the title since.
Oh, that's amazing. I am looking forward to coming back to Pawhuska and developing a relationship with the Osage Nation. I've been working with Comanches, Apaches, and Lakota Sioux, and trying to bring to the attention of everyone about the changes that they have seen in their lifetimes, basically doing some oral histories and also voicing some concerns about how our first Americans have been treated, not just through history, but how they're being treated today.
Hey, look at this right here. Osage Miss Indian Rodeo 1982. This is all traditional Osage ribbon work right here.
Wow, incredible.
And Lynn, she won that in 1982. On top of all the rodeo events, she was also the queen. And this is made by one of the most famous Osage ribbon workers to ever live, Monty Cheshawala.
Wow. All right. Well, Cody, thank you very much for bringing us through. And is there anything else you would like to add?
Hey, come see us right over here in Pawhuska. It's a great place. You're going to love it. It's the Western way life at its best. Guaranteed.
All right. And be sure and take a tour downtown. I love some of the architecture in the buildings downtown.
Don't forget to go to the Buck
see
and
it all.
Flamingo. The Buck and Flamingo is a great store too. And the
Okay.
Pioneer Woman, they got some good stuff to eat.
Okay, mighty fine. Thank you very much, Cody.
Thank you guys.